Hey guys, welcome to a new episode, and I'm gonna say it. I say it almost every time, but this time I'm being on the for realsies. Something different tonight. We've never done. I know it's a shocker. I'll let you catch your breath. But before we do, take a second out and I'm gonna brag for a minute, okay? So bear with me. I have been so daggone busy last couple weeks. I redid a John Deere 5-wheeler, I guess you'd call it, Gator. Remember the ones that look like a 4-wheeler kind of thing? I redid mine, put LED lights in it, painted it all up. It looks real good. In fact, I should have put that one on here, but I was just so busy and trying to get it done, and I spray painted my floor and all that good jazz. I mean, like, look, that's why I love this garage. I recovered the seat, looks like crap, but there's no more holes. So I don't do upholstery. I'll leave that to the others that do upholstery. Anyway, so I did that and I polished up these. Look at those suckers. I mean, coming in at you. So I've decided to keep those wheels. I have also decided to polish up the set of 85 through 87 wheels. And I don't know if you can see that, but that's, oh yeah, she's shiny. Now, let's get to what we're doing tonight. You see this right here, and this. You know, overall, this hood, the car, overall is in pretty good shape, I believe. And we just have those two spots, and whatever is lurking, not here or here, but like right here, whatever's behind all that, I'm pretty sure is a dent. I'm pretty sure it needs pulled out. And I think that's pretty much it on the I mean, it might have a little bit of door dings maybe somewhere. I'm sure it does. It's an 88. But those are my problem areas. Now, I am not a fan of Bondo. And don't get me wrong, you do have to use Bondo just to fill. But you don't want to fill that big of an area. That's not what Bondo's for. This dent goes from, I mean, if you could fill it, it's like right there to right here. Yeah, it's almost a fist size, right? You don't want a fistful of Bondo in a hood. Not good, boys. Not good at all. So, same thing with this. Like this reaches down in here. You can obviously see where the main dent is. Now, I will tell you this. We are going to put Bondo on it after we pull as much of this dent out as we can. Dang it, I already gave it away, didn't I? Okay, you might not know what we're using though, because I've never used one of these. Bought it brand new, the Harbinese Freight. It's a stud weld puller thingy, and it's a gun. Yep, made from Chicago. I don't know, it says Chicago Electric. Probably made in China. But it comes with a slide hammer, a whole bunch of these things. And this thing is supposed to do magic. So, you're going to witness magic with me, because we're going to weld these little studs on here. And I did the right thing. And we're not going to read any instructions. We're just going to see if we can weld right to it. Just because. Do you want to do that? Because I want to know for my own self. I don't know if you have to take this down to like bare metal, like you would in a regular weld job, or if it'll tack to it and you just... So we're just going to get right into it. And I'm pretty sure you're probably not supposed to plug into it with an extension cord. So we're going to, because we're like 10 foot away from the wall. And I didn't park that close. It'll be fine. Oh, so we may have to do a motor swap sooner, maybe, possibly, than we thought. I did oil changes this week, with the exception of the Sunfire Bird. because I still have to change the timing cover where it's cracked and leaks oil. But anyway, this is the oil filter, and I wish you guys could have seen it. Like had some milk in it. See all that? That's not gooder. If you guys see that, that is water. See how that's not? Yeah, that's not good. That's moisture. And yep. So we're going to hope that's not a head gasket for right now, and we're just going to push on by it, because we didn't see that. That doesn't exist right now, because we want to get body work done, the top done, the seat's getting redone as we speak. I mean, the top's not getting done, but the seat, you know, the rear seat. So we're just going to push on past it like we didn't see that, and continue with body work, because that seems to be the right thing to do. And we're going to pull these dents real quick. So I'm going to set up this gun somehow. I think all you got to do, okay, so it has two different tips. So I'm guessing, okay, it must have, we're going to see what tip fits in that one, and that's the one we're going to start with. It sounds like the right thing to do, I think. We're going to go with the biggest tip we got, because those dents are deep. What do you think? And then we're going to see if you have to prep for it. All right, so give me a few minutes to set this up. We'll come back not knowing what we're doing and see if we can't figure something out. Just give me a few minutes. All right, so I killed the curiosity like a kitten. Is that how it goes? Curiosity killed the kitten? I think it's just how it went. Maybe it's a dog. I'm not sure. So I tried, and I took the old wire wheel, and you know you got crap paint whenever it looks better than what it did, and you did that with a wire wheel. That's a lot of oxidation and nastiness, ain't it? So I tried to weld to that. That's not happening. However, took her down the old bare metal gear with this thing here, you know, get them at the Freights of Harbor and all that. And this is my very first one. I'm kidding you not, I've never done this. I have used a slide hammer. So I know it's going to take more than one. So you put this down on here, you roll that up to where, like, I think this is like supposed to go all the way down on that stud. There we go, like that. And then it locks in, and then you just, oh yeah. You latch your hood, and you go, and you slide right off of it, just like that. Okay, let's try that again. And I don't, like I say, I have never ever used one of these. What in, if you just, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. Just, if you just bite on to her. Okay, does that do it? Nope, does that? Okay. Maybe roll it back the way you're sliding it. I think either we're getting someplace or we're pulling the stud off of it. I'm not sure. Can you guys tell? I know the camera was bouncing with it because you guys are actually on the hood. Let's try that one more again. So what I did that time, right, wrong, or indifferent, this wheel, first I spun it down, and then I spun it like upward, because this is the way I'm pulling. And I kept pressure on it, and then apparently it did that again. Oh, dang it. Okay, so there's that. Alright, so I'm guessing this has to go something like that. You pull pressure. All right, we're going to weld a couple more. This was done obviously by a hammer. Sorry if I'm shaking you guys to death. I don't have like a 6-foot tripod or 3-foot, or Actually, any good tripods. I bought the cheap Seta for this GoPro, sorry. So this was obviously done by a hammer. You can tell, you know, that, and I checked and my hammer is about the same size. I didn't do it though, I promise you. So we're going to come on the outside of this, maybe. I don't know. I know you have to do more than one. I've heard that. So we're going to add maybe one here and maybe work out the outside edges first. Or maybe we'll just add, yeah. Maybe we'll add to the outside and work our way in. What do you think? Well, I'm going to add a few more and I'll show you how easy this thing is to use since we're at this point, okay? Try to get you close. The Harbinese Freight version has a little thing on the back end of it. You push it down and there's a black button here on the back. And then you just, that long. Now I don't know if that's too long or not, like I say. So, I know you remember my made in Chicago joke, and I said it's probably made in China. Well, unless that's like a neighborhood or some dude's name, that's where it's made. So anyway, we're gonna try this again and we're gonna work it around. Because like I say, I really don't know. I'm only trying to you know, just trying to save a little money and trying to learn to do this stuff, because you know, anything that you learn, as long as you learn it the right way, can't be that bad, you know, and plus it saves you money. You know what, I'm not gonna lie to you one bit, that actually came up, because now this is higher than this part, right? You can't even see that, can you? Sorry. That actually worked because this part is actually higher than this divot right here now. So I'll probably have to add one there and work this all the way around. Add one there, pull it up there. But the good thing is these cut off easy, and you can use just a regular cutoff wheel, zing them off, and then just grind it flush. So that's what we're going to continue to do on this. And you guys are seeing what I'm working with, right? This is actually super deep. I'm not even kidding you. So I'm going to keep on welding a few of these on until I'm happy with this. And it's actually up in here just a little bit. So I'm going to weld some more on here, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after, and hopefully you guys can get a good taste of that, and it'll help you make your decision on whether to go for a better one of these versions of the stud gun or whatever. But just don't fill her with Bondo. Give me just a few minutes, okay? Or an hour. I don't know how long this will take. I've never done it. So yeah. All right. You guys are not going to believe this. It actually works. Like, it pulled the whole dent. In fact, this metal is now actually a little higher than what it was. I can feel it with my hands. So I'll have to take a hammer, not the same one they used, an actual body hammer, and like kind of massage that in there a little bit more. But it pulled the dents out. I did find a trick. Like, this thing likes to get stuck. I know it's hard to believe, but I found a way to make it. Hold on. Let me set you right here. I'm not going to actually do a pull with it. I'm going to simulate it, okay? And hopefully I'll do a good job at simulating where you guys can understand it. So, right there with the roller thing, I put it all the way to the top, or however it's supposed to go, like that. Now, I twisted it back, pulled up slightly, put my hand here, right? This, I have tension pulling upwards. Now, I only have, you know, like an inch and a half worth of pull right there. However, on this big dent down here where the hammer was, I grabbed a hold down here, grabbed the weight, went all the way down and all the way up. So I got that full length and it popped that sucker right out of there. Now, I had it stuck on some of these, so I just went down and it come right up. Sorry, there I am. Lucky you. Now, I'm kidding you not, that actually made one heck of a difference. This is amazingly so much higher than what it was. It feels like I still have one somewhere right in here that's still low. Yep, right here. The ones that don't feel like they're low, you can do those little tiny taps like that, because you're not going to want to pull it very quick. In fact, none of these you want to pull quick. That's why this one is higher than what the original metal used to be. And if it needs it, we'll shrink the metal, and I'll show you how I do that as well. But yeah, that right there is actually, I don't know if you can see it now or not, the hood is actually almost flat. Well, not flat, but you know, like the same, this, you know, that stuff, you know, the good stuff. So we are going to have to take filler and go over it. That's not a big deal, just to make it more gooder. But overall, this come out easy, those ones come out easy. In fact, this one I might have to massage just a little bit more upward. These ones here, I just gave those little 1.5 to 2 inch pulls. And this one right here, I gave a Wally mopping pull. You know, y'all know what a Wally mopper is. That's whenever you're like, you know, you're getting it, pal. You done been got on my nerves. So you just give it a good old Wally mopping pull. Now I did break a few of these off. I don't know what the method to the madness is on welding these. I went until like this thing sparked against the hood. I don't know if that's right or not. That's what I did. And it worked really, really well. Them studs stayed in for the main part. You can see where it hit the hood, like the little, this ring. Whenever that thing apparently hit the hood, that's when I stopped. You know, right, wrong, or indifferent, that's how I did it. But I am so impressed right now, because this was so concaved in, it's not funny. No, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong. I could put another one right there and maybe try to pull that up and just a little bit, and I probably will. You know, put a little one there, pull them up slightly. I would absolutely, positively say, without doubt, these bigger ones, used for the bigger dings. Just like this one right here, we're putting the bigger ones right there. We're gonna make them work. So hopefully this one will come out like this one. I'm actually very, very happy with that. Now, let's see, this one right here, we're gonna cut this one off, and I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. I think this is the way you do it. We're just gonna get, you know, cut off wheel, and boom. Then you can grind him flat. That one's done. And that just took the place of a lot of putty and a lot of stuff you're not going to have to explain. You know, like, hey man, why's that hood wavy? Which it might still be. I'm not a body guy. I'm going to do my best, I promise you. My good buddy Delmer might come over and help me. I don't know. May have to ask for, you know, some definite body guy kind of questions. But look how much better that come out. This was absolutely concaved all the way in. And it's just, I know this isn't flush. I didn't want to cut into my hood. So I'll grind that off later. Not a biggie. Plenty of body work left in this, especially the hood. But I am just so thrilled with that. Hopefully that helps one of you guys. So the Chinese Chicago Electric, we're gonna give them a big old thumbs up. I'm gonna say this is a victory. I think I paid like maybe $100 for it or something. And like during the old pandemic too, like, you know, so I don't know if there's a shortage on them. There seems to be a shortage on everything for some reason anymore. Just, you know, craziness. But anyway, guys, that is absolutely how you use this stud gun. You just weld her down, put her on there, and also these, remember how I told you there was 2 different fittings? If you try to put the big fitting in the little one, it's not going to work. If you try to put the little one in the big fitting, it's going to fit real sloppy. So make sure you fit, you know, accordingly, guys. But other than that, that's going to wrap up that one. Just, you're going to have to feel with your hand, okay? And then you're going to have to use that primer that nobody likes that shows the high and low spots. That's how you're going to have to get it perfect, and you're going to have to do some more grinding. Maybe some more welding, maybe some more dent pulling, what have you. But at the end of the day, you're going to have a good hood. And this hood, I like don't have $0 in anymore, because this was from a parts card. The parts I sold, the parts I kept, I definitely come out ahead. So I think I'm, you know, I'm like 150 to the good. I don't know how, but it worked. Let me see. Oh, the thing I was going to tell you about, the possible LS swap on this car. I know I hear some of you in the background, boy, it's a real IROC. I know it is. It's already the non-original trans. I know it's an IROC trans. Actually, it's not. It's from a 92. It just came out of an 87. I ran the numbers. Long story short, this moisture, if you have a car that's been sitting for a while, this one absolutely has. I know for a fact the oil has been in it just for the time I've owned it, which is I think around 3 years, 2 or 3 years. And the transmission was obviously out of it. The guy, believe it or not, he had a pirate patch, and you know, I believed him. He said, man, shifts good, runs good. You know what I mean? But it did run good after I put a fuel pump in it and locked the fuel pump down in the tank. And then I took it down the road, I don't know, like a year later, because I've had just so many other things to do, and it didn't shift. So that's cool. Not into third. We went first, second, neutral, which was third. But anyway, guys, that's how you use that. I'm going to pull out the other hood dinghy there. If you watched one, there's no reason to watch two. We are going to get into the sanding part of it together with the primers, searching for highs and low spots. I'll guarantee you there's highs and low spots in that hood, just to where I was at. It's going to be a mess to piece. But I do have to take some time out for just 1 second. And I actually want to say thank you to all you small businesses and big businesses that, you know, give a thank you back to us veterans. We do appreciate it. I was fortunate enough to go to my daughter's school, and they actually, they did something real special for me. I'm going to hang it up on my wall too. They made me this. And on the inside, you know, I thought that was really awesome. And there was one little boy there. He says, my hand's not on there. I asked the teacher if they had a pen. So they gave us a pen, and I had him draw his hand there. And then another one wanted to draw, and another one, so on and so forth. So I'm very blessed. Thank you, Child Development Center. I appreciate that. That was very sweet of you guys. I appreciate it. To all my veteran brothers and sisters, I know this is a week late, and I'm sorry. I usually record these weeks ahead, and I don't even look at the date when they're going to come out. That's a little collage I made of my brothers, sisters. Love y'all. And you know, that's just all. I love my military people. I have a very military strong family. Brother-in-law. Might as well say my sister, because she kind of went through War II, raising, you know, my niece and nephew, my grandpa. So anyway, thank you to all you businesses that actually say thank you back. We do appreciate it. And my wife made me this, and I think it's the coolest thing in the world. I gotta show you guys. Check this out. How cool is that? She made that thing. I am so, like, and then it looks like that without the lights on. It's AA powered, them things up there. I just thought that was so cool. Anyway, I'm sorry, the gibbering and jabbering, it's free. I'm not charging any extra. Tonight I'm gonna finish out the ding there. I don't think I've got the heart to dig into the quarter panel tonight. We're just gonna do the hood so we don't annoy the neighbors too much, because I think it's already, oh, it's early. We might annoy them a little bit longer. Depends on how long the hood takes. But we're gonna do the hood. We might do the quarter sometime this week. We have this thing to do because apparently we have snapped instantly into winter. And this thing runs good, but the carburetors are, you know, they're needing cleaned out. At least I think they are. I think we got a float stick in her too. You can only run her with the fuel cracked about a quarter, because if you don't, it'll flood it out. So that sounds like a float stick, and maybe two. I don't know. But we're gonna figure it out. Anyway, guys, sorry I'm yammering, all that good stuff, but you should be used to it if you watch the show by now. But it's starting to get interesting on this car. This is starting to really get home. We're getting real close to the old gold chariot. I cannot wait. So I want to thank you guys for watching. And if you don't mind, just a real quick, you know, somewhere at the bottom, the old like and subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys for watching. All you veterans, my fellow brothers and sisters, men and women in law force, we love you. All right? You guys keep on keeping on, and we'll see you next time here on Right Turn Garage TV.